Good morning, people. This is Big Boss Calvin 83. So, today I'm going to discuss something. I'm pretty sure I have discussed this in the past. I'm pretty sure I talked about this many times in the past. But it seems to me, I had a lot of videos in my external hard drive and I lost it. So what I'm going to do is, I'm pretty sure I talked about this before. What I'm going to do is, let me say this. Those of you who have followed me a long time for the last 10 years. Yes, I've been on YouTube for 10 years making videos. We're approaching the anniversary around December 2008. And if you want to get to know more about me and all of that, you can always send me an email. That'll be on the email address that I provide in the description box. You can Instagram me, send me an email for there too. Facebook, you can Facebook email me, send me a personal message on the Facebook Messenger. Okay. I have older videos that I've done in the past. Subscribe to my backup channels that are on my page. Big Boss Calvin 83 is my main page. Okay? And I appreciate all you people who comment on my videos. Whether be good or bad, thank you. And I appreciate your support. And even the haters who come after me, thank you. You prove my point. That you are part of the problem and not the solution. I am the solution. And people who agree with me and support what I'm saying, if some of them are afraid or not comfortable speaking out, well, guess what? I'm going to do it for them. I'm going to do the job and help them and empower them to speak out. And we need more people who don't give a fuck about what other people think about them. Will speak the truth to power. Speak truth to power. And not back down like I won't. I'm not gonna back down. I'm not going nowhere. You know, I'm on my way home, and I got out of work. You know, I work technically. I kind of work third shift. Okay. And donations, whatever you can give. Rather be on my PayPal or the Patreon. I'm still working on getting my Patreon page together. All I ask is like at least $5 or less. Okay? If you can give me more, I'll be happy. You know, this goes into the work that I do. You feel me? Anyway, I'm going to talk about something. I'm really getting sick and tired of so many people out here giving advice about relationships, and these motherfuckers don't know what the hell they're talking about. I'm speaking about women and men, or should I say females and males, giving all this advice. And my thing is, it's okay to share your experiences. That's not the issue. The issue is you act like you know what the fuck you're talking about. Most of you people don't know what the fuck you're talking about when it comes to men and women, the relationships between men and women. I mean, just because you got experience, that don't mean you know shit. Okay? Miss me with that bullshit. Y'all kill me with that shit. I mean, people giving advice on how to. It's the same shit when it comes to people giving me advice. First of all, you can't help me. Only I can help me. Okay? Yes, if you can relate to me and talk about how you came out of how you rose above the ashes, came out of clapped back and fought back against adversity, and you have won, you have achieved. Because that's what I'm looking for. Okay, I'll listen to you, but at the end of the day, when people giving advice to other people don't mean shit, because people are going to do whatever the hell they want to do. It don't matter, even if your advice is on point, spot on, correct, and accurate. You can give all the advice in the world to people on what to do the right thing, or what you think is the right thing. But I'll say that again. You can give all the advice you want to people on a certain issue, topic, subject, especially when it comes to the opposite sex, when it comes to dealing with, if you're a man, dealing with women, if you're a woman, dealing with men. Now, as far as you gay folks, those who practice homosexuality, I am not going to comment on that. You're on your own. I don't know nothing about that. I don't want to know anything about that shit. Same with people who think they are a transgender. Ew. Nasty motherfuckers. I have no comments. Okay? I was, as far as you transvestites, you transgender females who are really dudes, who think they're bitches, or these dyke bitches who think they're dudes, these lesbian chicks who think they're men, all I gotta say is don't start no shit. And do not deceive. If you're a dude in a dress, don't deceive. Just be honest and say, hey, I was born a man, and that's it. If you're a chick who thinks she's a dude, just be honest with the chick, the heterosexual woman who thinks you're a man. Just be honest and say, hey, I'm really a woman. Same with the dudes. If you know a man straight likes women, but you a dude and you think you're a woman, hey, just to be upfront. Because there's too many cases where you motherfuckers are getting killed, and I condone this shit. To be honest with you, I condone consequences and repercussions. Don't do that shit. But I don't want to get too far off the subject, because I gotta discuss a lot of stuff that's going on with them freaks. Anyway, my thing is this, y'all. I'm sick and tired of all these people on here rather be in the media. I mean, yeah, the media, social media, the main media, like like TV, talk shows, movies, you know what I'm saying, sitcoms, and but primarily talk shows and in the news, and then books and magazines that offer relationship advice. And then you got family members and people who love to give advice, but but if you look at their situation, they don't have it together to talk to anybody. They have no room to talk. I'm sick and tired of motherfuckers like Steve Harvey. I'm sick and tired of motherfuckers like Oprah Winfrey giving advice. First of all, bitch, you ain't fucking married. How the hell are you gonna tell women what to do with their lives when you and how to handle a man first of all, you suspect. Another thing, you ain't down with the black community. You're a fucking sellout. You a bed when she fucking sucked your way to the top. You slept with Massa. Okay. You don't, and this is gonna be a different video. These Negro celebrities who talk about black issues, but they don't want to they don't want to live around black people. They all worship Caucasian people, and that's all they hang around, Caucasian people and a few other non-blacks, brown folks. You know what I'm saying? Other ethnic folks of color. but despise their own people. And that's, I mean, and I'm going to, that's another video. Let me stay on the topic at hand. I am so sick and tired of people. I don't give a shit who you are. Giving people advice, relationship advice on how to deal with the opposite sex. If you're a man, dealing with women. If you're a woman, dealing with men. I am so sick and tired of people voluntarily, especially voluntarily, giving others advice on how to handle people when they don't know how to handle people their damn selves. I don't give advice. If you ask me a question about how to handle this chick, how to talk to this relationship advice, I don't like giving advice. That has nothing to do with me, rather if I'm experienced or well versed or not. I don't believe in it, even if I know what I know. I do not like giving advice. I'll tell you why. Because, how do I break this down? Because what I'm speaking from is my own personal experiences. And what I do may work for me, that does not mean it's going to work for you the same way. Just because something does not work for me, that doesn't mean it cannot work for you. You understand what I'm saying? So understand that. Just because I do something a certain way, and I'm good at it, and I'm great at it, I'm excellent, I'm on point, that doesn't mean you're going to get the same results. Because you're not me. And just because I can't do something like you can, that doesn't mean, how do I say it? Just because I can't do it or it doesn't work for me, that does not mean, don't assume it won't work for you. It's all about you. You know what I'm saying? It's all about you. So understand that. You got to look at yourself in the mirror. I mean, you know, when people ask me, how do you tell a girl is interested in you or not? The signs, and look for the signs. Here's my thing. That's your problem. You're worrying about a chick likes you or not. You giving a fuck. And that's the worst thing you can do, is give a fuck. As a man, care about what a woman's opinion, care about what a woman thinks about you as a man, or what women think about you in general. Why the fuck do you give a fuck? You know what I'm saying? You know, these bitches ain't paying your goddamn bills. These bitches ain't wiping your ass. These bitches ain't providing a roof over your fucking head. They ain't putting food on your table. They ain't feeding you. They ain't sucking your dick. You don't have access to the pussy. You know, you ain't fucking with them. You ain't fucking them. They ain't giving you a peace of mind. They ain't doing nothing to make your life better. And most women think, oh, they can make a man's life better. And I'm like, no, you can't. How the hell you can? What makes you think you can make my life better when your life sucks? You can miss me with all them pictures that you post on social media, selling people this bullshit fucking narrative that, oh, your life's great. No, it's not. Most of the time when people post pictures of themselves and take all these selfies and talk about, oh, I traveled here, I did this, I went to the club last night, I did that. Most of these people are starving for attention. Okay? I don't put my business out there like that. You know, yes, I do have a Facebook page that I do share my photos with family and stuff, or what I've done. But that's just I just want to share it. I don't do it to get likes like that. Most of the time, I piss a lot of people off based on the stuff that I post. And a lot of times, if you try to contact me through Facebook, if I don't respond to you, chances are that I'm in Facebook jail. Okay? Just understand that. Damn, it's raining like a motherfucker out here in North Carolina. So understand, I don't believe in giving advice. I mean, most people who give advice on, especially when it comes to relationships between men and women, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about to begin with. How in the hell are you gonna listen to somebody, like, I'll give you an example, like Steve Harvey. This motherfucker is a deadbeat motherfucker. He left his wife and his children poor and destitute with nothing to some other younger chick who did not want to fool with him. I bet you, if you go back in time, if he would have went back in time before he had what he had and became Steve Harvey with the money, the fame, the popularity, the status. That chick that he's with right now, or these women that he's fucking with right now, would not give him the time of day. But y'all women listen to him like he's telling the truth. He's a fucking liar. He's a fucking con artist. He's telling y'all what the fuck you want to hear instead of telling you the truth. If he told the truth, you'd be dismissive, you would reject it because it hurts your goddamn feelings. And my thing is, y'all need to know the truth, whether you like it or not. You people need to know the truth. People need to be told about who the fuck they are. Especially when they're doing bullshit stuff, doing stupid shit and bullshitting and fucking up. You need to be held accountable. You need somebody to tell you to stop doing that shit. You need to get yourself right. You need to check yourself. Okay? Most of you women don't do that. Men, on the other hand, we got no choice. We're gonna hear the truth. I mean, good or bad, most of the time it's bad. Right, if we like it or not, even if we're in the right, even if we're innocent, even if we didn't do nothing wrong, society will always blame us because women ain't happy. Because I'm so sick of this bullshit ass mindset, this stupidity, this gynocentric feminist bullshit mindset that women are superior to men. The hell you ain't. I'm sick and tired of this notion of stupidity, gynocentric, feminazi stupidity that if the woman ain't happy, then nobody can be happy. That's a selfish ass mindset. Just because you unhappy, you be unhappy your goddamn self, and leave other people alone, especially men. You know, because that's selfish yourself. You mean to tell me that everybody that you women think that the world revolves around you like that? That if you can't be happy, nobody else can? That's selfish. That's wrong as hell. And you wonder why some of you women get killed like y'all do. End up in body bags. The victims of domestic violence, rapes, and shit like that, doing stupid shit. Hey, I am not saying that's okay for anybody to kill anybody and harm anybody, sexually assault and rape anybody, or sexually harass anybody. But come on, especially women, when y'all get killed, when y'all are victims of violent crimes, especially when it leads to you being murdered and killed. I am not saying that I'm not justifying and condoning it, but I condone consequences. Whatever you do, there's consequences. And this is what happens when you got a demographic of people like women who are overly privileged. Same thing with Caucasian folks. This is what happens when motherfuckers are privileged, got privilege and power, but they have no responsibility. There's no consequences. Oh, they just cry white tears to get out of responsibility. And that's a problem. That's why you motherfuckers can't handle rejection. When you don't get your way, you kill a bunch of people, and that's out of selfishness because you feel entitled. And back to the subject, say this same thing applies to women. You women feel entitled to shit. You think men owe you something. You think the world revolves around you because you think the world gives a fuck about your fucking feelings. You're naive as hell if you think that. Okay? I'm tired of the stupidity, y'all. And I'm tired of people act like they are, whether it be a man or a woman, think that they're experts in dealing with the opposite sex. Experts in relationships between men and women. And they know how to handle situations and got the world all figured out. Just because you went through a bunch of bad relationships, that don't mean you know what the fuck you talking about. Or you went through multiple relationships and had multiple sex partners. Just because you were able to get laid multiple times and have multiple dates and have multiple relationships or whatever type of relationships they were, rather be you had a side chick. You had a side chick, or if you're a woman, you had a side dude. Or you stepped out on your girlfriend, your wife, you stepped out on your husband, your boyfriend. You whored around and sucked and fucked, or you ate and fucked. You had a woman's cooch and you fucked this bitch. You sucked her toes, you sucked her body parts, whatever the hell. Just because you kissed on some dude or all that. Okay? Just because you had multiple experiences and interactions with people, that don't mean shit. That does not mean you understand the world around you. I can tell you from experience, that don't mean shit. What gets me to understand the stuff that I know personally, you want to know the truth? I step back and observe. I've overheard conversations. I didn't eavesdrop. I want you to understand that. I overheard conversations. I let people thought that I was not present. So I pretended that I went somewhere and I overheard, especially women, talking their talk. Okay? I've overheard many conversations from people because a lot of people think, yeah, I stand out as a man, a big black man. Okay? But I just pay attention. I step back and observe. I let people talk. I listen. And I'm going to do another video about this whole listening thing because that's another trap. When women say they want a man who listens to them, you got to be careful with that. Okay? Because I know there's many times where I have listened, and other men have listened, and we get put in the friend zone. Okay? I mean, that compliment, you're such a good listener, really rubs me the wrong way. I'll tell you why. You listen to her, but the thing is, the problem is, she just want to talk about herself. She want to talk about, it's nothing's ever her fault. She's always right, and everybody's wrong. Women think that they are always right, and the man or just men period don't know what the fuck, they don't know who. Let me say, I'm sorry about that. Let me just start this over again. Many females think that they know it all. They think they know us like an open book. And women, that's not true. You don't know me. You don't know what I'm capable of. Just because I have a nice personality, just because I'm laid back, just because I'm a gentle giant, come across as a gentle giant, just because I'm very sweet and affectionate and sensitive, come across as sensitive, and maybe some of y'all think I'm docile until you piss me the fuck off, or you set me off, or you find out, or you find a way to turn me on, where I come at you, I come at you and assertive, or when it's time to stand up for myself. Now all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I misjudged you. You don't assume when you're dealing with people. Everybody need to understand, when you're dealing with somebody, don't judge a book by its cover, and don't assume that just because you see somebody do something with their actions, or say something and do something, that you understand who the fuck they are. No, you can't go by that all the time. A lot of women think that they know men, and that they got us figured out, and they think they know shit, and they always think that they're right all the time, and men are always wrong, and women think that they're never wrong and they're always right. I'm not saying dudes don't think like that, but I mean, but to you women, come on, that's chauvinistic. You're being a female chauvinist. You're being a bigot, thinking like that. You think because you've seen somebody do something or something like that a few times that's who they are. No. You gotta understand people's psychology, people's mindsets, and that comes from interacting. Shut up and listen. Step back and observe. Let people talk. Just sit back and listen and pay attention to everything. See everything. Look at everything. Hear everything. See how to respond to certain situations within their environment. That tells you who they are. You see how you will also know how a person is when they come across adversity. That's the true test of character. Or when it comes to critical thinking, that's the true test of character. Okay? I know I'm all over the place with this video, but I gotta break a lot of stuff down. You people don't know. I wish you people will stop giving people advice, especially when it comes to the relationships between men and women. We don't know. just because you had success, that don't mean you know what the fuck's going on. Because I can tell you, some of it is just due to luck and you got good looks. Some of it's because your status or you well known. A lot of times when dudes are successful with women, let's keep it real, it's about because they got money. They got good looking, they got good looks and they're tall, but they gotta have money with a combination of money, status, and fame and popularity, and they gotta have a bunch of bitches after him. I'm keeping it real. Women, all y'all gotta do is look good, and you got dudes coming up to you. Even a chick who's not so hot, and she's just fat and overweight or scrawny, but most of the time fat. You know, maybe she just look like a hot goddamn mess. She still got some. You still got some dudes all over you. I mean, you do. I mean, and that's the problem with a lot of you guys. Y'all ain't got no damn standards. And then when I tell you guys have a standard, you women come in all of a sudden want to shame us and shame me and want to discredit what I'm saying. You know you don't respect no dude who ain't got no damn standards. Come on. You know, it's like a chick, you know, who fucks everything in sight, sucks and fucks every goddamn thing. She ain't got no standards, man. I mean, but bitches can complain about dudes ain't shit and all that stuff. Well, bitch, you ain't got no damn standards. No, your standards are, he gotta be good looking, he gotta have money, he gotta have money, he gotta be handsome, he gotta have a Porsche, he gotta have a Lexus, he gotta have a Jaguar, he gotta have a Mercedes-Benz, a Lamborghini, he gotta have this big ass mansion that I don't have my damn self, he gotta be good in bed, all this superficial bullshit. I mean, that's all y'all think about. But you're not judging a man based on his heart, his character, him standing by his word, being loyal to what he does with his word. He says something and he does something at the same time. That's what you judge a man by. But you women don't do that. His integrity, how he thinks, how he handles himself when it comes to critical thinking, when it comes to adversity. That's what you judge a man on. That's what you judge a dude on. No, you women don't do that. Every time I tell y'all to, hey, judge a man based on who he is, accept him for who he is. You don't have to fuck with him, but just get to know who you're dealing with. Let him just get a feel for him, get to know him before you judge. No, you women don't do that. You know why you don't care about a dude who got good character, who got morals and integrity, got common sense, very intelligent? Because no, you know why you don't give a fuck about that shit, women? Because you don't have that shit your damn self. That's why you don't appreciate it. Whoop, there it is. That's why a lot of women make the choices that let's be real, people. But you women, you fuck with the dudes that you fuck with. That tells me who the fuck you are. And the fact that you handle these situations where, and most of y'all say, it's never my fault, he was always wrong. I'm not saying you don't got dudes who blame everything on the woman. I'm not saying that don't exist, but women do it more so than the dudes who do that. Okay? But let's understand something. People giving advice, just because, a lot of times people who have multiple sex partners, you know, rather be like-minded or not. Most of the time, you got good looks. Mostly people are good looking. They fit the stereotype of what's desirable. And the people who don't fit the stereotype of what's considered desirable, they're labeled as undesirable, and they're not part of the status quo, and they're outcasted. And if you think differently than the popular, if you as a person, especially a man, thinks for himself, decisive, doesn't try to fit in, goes his own path, you ain't gonna get no bitch, because that's not gonna fly with her, especially when she's younger, you know, in her 20s, early 30s. You know what I'm saying? Now, an older woman, you know, it depends on the situation. She may understand that and get that. Some women, when they get older, don't get that shit. Y'all talk about dudes ain't figuring shit, are not able to understand certain things when they get older. Y'all women are the worst, from my observation. Y'all don't take credit for y'all don't. Only time a woman takes responsibility and credit for something when it's good. When it's bad or when it's a fuck up by her end, she blames everybody else. And I can't stand women who do that. People in general, but women, y'all annoying because you women don't understand. You are the key to the culture. You are the key to humanity. I mean, your support means something. Okay, a man can be a leader. He can be great, but without the woman's support and validation, it don't mean shit. I'm not saying a woman's opinion matters all the time, or a man's opinion matters all the time, but specifically women. But most dudes do things. It depends on his intelligence, his maturity, being awake, being conscious and woke. Most of the time, men do certain things to get women. I don't do shit to get women. I just be myself. More so, especially nowadays, I just don't care about that shit because when I went through what I went through growing up, the hardships, the pain and suffering, the disrespect, the mistreatment by women, by girls by women, but you know, girls becoming women and just dealing with women in a fucked up mindset. And I understand most of it's programming. And we as men have been brainwashed to worship women. Women have been brainwashed to think that their shit and their coochie don't stink, their pussy, their shit don't stink. You know what I'm saying? Women think they're perfect and right all the time. Okay? They always think they got the world figured out and got men figured out because you got a bunch of dumbass women giving all this advice about men, and it's always out of bitterness and resentment because most of the time these women don't want to acknowledge when they're older that they made poor choices, they made bad decisions in their life, they were whoring it up too damn much, and they got a false sense of entitlement. Instead of looking in the mirror and saying, hey, I messed up, don't go that route like I did, and let the young girl understand, hey, there's consequences and repercussions in what you do in life, good and bad, you know what I'm saying, good and bad. But most women don't do that because they're selfish. They want us to be seen as perfect and can't do no wrong. And I don't understand why y'all want us to be seen like that because if someone to be perfect, you got to be accountable and you got to be the best at what you do in life. You got to be the best at everything. Y'all suck at everything, okay? And I'm not saying guys don't suck, but men admit this. Y'all don't, from what I observed. What I'm trying to say, the point I'm trying to say, people, I don't want to make this video way too damn long, so I'm going to say it like this. A lot of the stuff that a lot of times when the people give advice, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're going off experience, or they have an incentive, or they're just reacting to, you know, emotionally, or what happened to them. Good, right? Most of the time it's bad. Sometimes a few times it's good. But just because they do something and get results, that does not mean it's going to work for them. Really, people, think about it. Just because somebody does something and gets successful results, that does not mean and guarantee that if you do the same thing they do, that you're going to get the same positive, successful results. A lot of times it's going to be negative. And just because somebody does something and they fail at it and get fucked up, negative, bad results, that doesn't mean that if you try it that you're going to fail too. You may likely succeed, and maybe that technique and method may work better for you than that other person. Just think about it. Everybody's different. Everybody's their own individual at the end of the day. And I will say this is my final thoughts. In relationships, when you're dealing with somebody, if you really want to know, get a person's advice, you go to that person directly. If it went to you, I mean, you women are always asking for advice, and you're always co-signing each other's bullshit. You got the blind leading the blind. Men don't think like that. Most men don't think like that. When we want to know something, we go to the people who won, who achieved, or people who've been in our shoes before and came out on top. Women, y'all don't do that. Y'all go by what you feel, what feels good to you, what you want to hear, what validates your ego. And that's dangerous. But I'm going to say like this. The best advice you can get, if you're especially when you're in a relationship with somebody, if you're a man dealing with a woman, if you're a woman dealing with a man, ask that person, ask your partner for what's going on, can you do to make the situation better, and find out and talk to them and tell them what they can do to make the situation better. Okay, because at the end of the day, you can't make somebody happy when they're not happy. So that's why that concept is bullshit. Happy wife, happy life. No, because these bitches are always unhappy because they don't take no responsibility and control for their own life. You know, I'm just leaving in that note. The best thing you can do as a person, when it comes to understanding something and getting issues resolved, talk to that person directly. Get their advice on the situation, their perspective, and ask what you need, what you want out of them, and what you can get to them, and you make demands as a person to demand what you expect out of them. That's all I gotta say. But stop taking random advice from people, because a lot of these people don't know what the hell they're talking about. I'm out. Peace. It's all about you, because you're your own individual. Peace. I just want to add this real quick. People will, I know I got trolls gonna say, well, look at your failures, Calvin, and the stuff that you underachieve and blah blah blah. What makes you so well versed and you know what you're talking about in life, and especially about women and other issues, race issues. Well, here's the thing. The difference between me and these other dudes and just other people and the women who give all this advice and shit, like I told you, I learn from my mistakes. I step back and observe my environment, look at myself, always self-reflecting, looking at my life from the past to the present, and how it will end up, and what I got to do for the future. I also hold myself accountable and be my biggest critic, believe it or not. So that's the difference. I learn from my mistakes, and I do not repeat them, unlike most people. And God forbid if I do repeat the same mistake, I don't fuck up as bad as I did before. And I know how to recover and bounce back. So that's the difference. I'm out of here. Peace.